Hello and welcome to the Rogue Valley Roleplayers. My name is Ben. I'm here with Austin, Ed, Rosemary, and Nick. They changed their seating arrangement to slip me up. It almost worked. Yeah, we're the Rogue Valley Roleplayers, and we are here to play Valley of Famine. Once again, my name is Ben. I am the Marshal. I'm running the shindig tonight, herding the cats.
I'm Austin, playing Macario. He doesn't kill for the laughs. He kills because it's just what he does sometimes.
I'm Ed. I'm playing Daisy Gilmore, the weird scientist, but people call her Railin Daisy because she's gone off the rails on the crazy train.
I want you to sing your intro again. My name is Rosemary. I play Deputy Rachel Jane Kennedy. She is a hexslinger.
I am Nik S. I am playing Haru Matsuhara, the samurai.
So yeah, when we last left off, you had met Sylvia Redgrave and made an ally of her in some sort of very awkward fashion, because I didn't know where I was going with the story. But nonetheless, she has informed you that she has a powder that will make this monster, whatever it is, that's lurking in the Ashland Woolen Mill, manifest itself, or at least become corporeal and be unable to phase through material. Which supposedly is what it's doing if it's not straight up a ghost. But the downside is that the powder is toxic to breathe for humans. So she has two options that you can pursue. One is she can try and throw these little like powder grenades that she's made that will force the creature to manifest temporarily and kind of as a workaround the toxic gas. Or there's machinery in the mill to vent out the ghost rock fumes that can be reverse engineered to basically fumigate the mill, but most of you won't be able to breathe as a result.
If we use the machinery to pump the full mill of this stuff, then no one will be able to go back to work ever.
She assures you it will dissipate after some time. It's not permanent.
Oh.
It'll clear out in an hour or two.
Do you think it will make the monster want to leave, or will he stay inside?
I don't know. I don't know what manner of beast it is.
Well, Haru, perhaps you could lure it out?
I could do that. I mean, I do not need to breathe.
Well, you can use the powder, and I can stand back and blast him.
Does this sound like it would work?
Which plan are you suggesting?
We spread the powder throughout the mill. Haru goes in, draws the creature out, and Daisy and everyone else blast it.
We can certainly try it. We'll have to get in there to work on the machinery and pump the powder.
So we're gonna have to go into the mill anyway to get to the machinery to spread the ventilation. So we're gonna need the pouches that she can throw just in case this thing.
It's one or the other. Unfortunately, I don't have enough powder ready to do both. If we go in, we go to the machinery. I'm going to need all of it to fumigate the factory, the mill. We're going to have to do the best we can and just be really careful.
I don't like the idea of you going in by yourself to fight this thing, Haru.
It seems to be the best option, though. I mean, I'd much rather you all be safe.
Perhaps it is cold of me, but I think Haru would be the best chance we have.
Don't sit right with me, you going in and fighting Ding.
If all goes well, I will not be fighting it for very long. I will just stab it a couple of times and bring it to everybody else.
When was the last time that any fight went well for us, Haru?
Haru can run out. He'll do it.
You
I
are
have faith.
not wrong. Maybe it'll knock me through the wall.
I'm not down with you taking risks like this, because it puts my own life on the line, too.
Well, I've got 2 votes for no.
I say if we go and we all go in together, you use the pouches.
Well, if we do that, that's fine, but I will not be able to use my magic to assist you, because I'll be busy throwing these things at the creature.
How long does the manifestation last?
In small quantities, only a few seconds.
So out of character, she pretty much have to throw 1 a turn.
Yeah, she's pretty much throwing 1 a turn. You have like that round to try and smack on the thing, but you won't have to worry about exposure to the powder.
Let's do that one then. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perhaps if we use this method, we get some paint, and when it is visible, we splash it with paint, so that when it is no longer visible, we still see paint there. Maybe? Or maybe it walks on the paint?
What do you think, Sylvia? The idea have merit?
Maybe. Where are we going to find paint in those quantities?
that's a good point. Most paint would be, if it's stored out in shed, would be frozen. Would be no use.
This is true. Or we spread snow inside. No, it would melt.
Well, it sounds like we're going in, and I will focus on trying to catch this thing in the powders to give you all a chance to kill it.
I can't think of a better plan.
Sounds good to me.
And let's get to it. The longer we wait, the sooner someone else may die.
Agreed.
Agreed.
So you head to the mill. The windows are dark. There's no lights on inside. It's probably getting on towards mid-afternoon at this point, or late afternoon even. And there's snow piled up around the factory, like no one's cleared it in a day or two. And yeah, it's cold. It's very, very cold. And I think, Rachel, you have the key to the lock.
Oh, okay. I will go up to the door then and unlock it.
You unlock the door, then move behind me.
Yeah, I'll kind of unlock the door and then step aside so that Haru can go in first.
Alright. So it takes a little bit of doing to get the doors open. They're kind of these big double wide doors. You pull them open against the snow and it's dark inside.
I will go first. See if I can find light to illuminate your way.
And Sylvia says, there should be a switch just inside.
Careful, Haru.
And I step inside to find the switch.
Alright. You step inside and you see the switch and you hit it, and the lights kind of take a moment to warm up and click on. And you're in this large vaulted ceiling room. There's all these like yarning machines spinning and other things you would find in a woolen mill, and you just see strands of thread all over the place running from these machines.
Keep your eyes and ears open.
Yeah, I'll step cautiously inside with my guns drawn.
Alright, everyone give me notice rolls.
I got a success.
Nope.
A simple success.
11 or 11, so I rolled 11 twice.
You notice those of you past, you notice there's a lot of threads in here. And not all, there's like a maze of them. Daisy, you step in and you You step into the building, and you notice that some of these threads are stretching from the ceiling down to the machinery, but they're not like hooked into the bobbins or anything.
Okay.
And there's kind of this musky, sickly sweet smell permeating throughout the mill.
Man, the way these threads are up here, I'd be watching out for some kind of loom spider or something.
That's a disturbing thought, Sylvia says. And then she makes a gesture with her hands. Alright, she lifts up into the air.
Rachel takes a step back. She's a bit surprised by that. What are you doing?
Looks like she's flying.
Getting into a position where I can throw these powders.
All right.
Well, looks like it's time to prepare. I'm going to cast the armor.
Sure.
Or protection.
Gonna cast Smite.
I would like to boost my... Actually, I'd like to cast Aim.
Alright, so you cast your spells. You prepare yourselves as you're stepping in here. Everyone give me notice rolls.
Nope.
I got a raise.
I need your exact total, but give me a second. Okay, what'd you get?
8.
Okay. 3.
10.
2.
Alright, it's quiet. It's very quiet.
Do you have any idea of where this thing might be in here?
Not a clue, Sylvia says from above. 1, 2, 3, 4, and Sylvia's 5. Of course.
Rachel.
God damn it. Yeah, Rachel's moving cautiously forward into the mill.
I think you're all kind of like, you're moving in, you're all looking, you kind of like backs to each other sort of style. Okay. And Rachel, what's your parry?
It's 8.
It takes everyone a moment. You kind of hear like a quiet, muffled gasp. And then when you look, Rachel's nowhere to be seen.
Haru is angrily looking around, calling out for Rachel. Rachel!
Mm-hmm. Give me notice rolls.
A 5?
Nope. It's just not happening.
4.
Well, she's gone. Guess we gotta go.
No, he's so distracted by the fact he's trying to find you, he's not noticing anything.
You got a 4. What'd you get?
4.
2.
Yeah, you don't see her anywhere.
I got a 5, actually. I don't know if that matters.
No. Nope. Sylvia doesn't see anything either. What are you doing?
I'm gonna start calling out to this thing now. Like, you took her, come out, wherever you are, kind of.
Rachel, call if you can hear us!
Can I hear them?
1, 2, 3, and Sylvia is 4. Perfect. Alright, everyone give me notice rolls again.
Again. Oh, that was a 4 down there. I rolled a 6.
5.
Alright, Daisy, Macario, you don't notice anything. You're kind of like trying to look around. Haru, you're frantically looking, trying to find out what's going on, and you hear a kind of louder, and you see Sylvia floating in the air, kind of looking around. She's got like a pouch of something held in hand, and then you see this thing materialize behind her, and it looks like that.
Fuck. It's like a deer.
Nope.
Just took a. Sylvia, watch out!
Make me a fear roll at negative 9.
9.
Alright. You feel fine. So you call out just as this thing like throws something forward, and you see Sylvia just get wrapped up in like it looked like yarn, just a sheet of yarn, and then it moves to grab her, and it does, and it fades from view. I think it's time for combat.
This plan went so well. Such a great plan, everybody. Well done, us.
Haru, you got a queen of spades. Daisy, you got the 5 of clubs. Macario, you got the 9 of spades. And something has the 10 of diamonds. Hearts. So, Macario, what are you doing? I'm sorry, Haru.
Well, I can't see this thing. You said that the yarn was looked like it was coming from the ceiling and stretching down, but it wasn't hooked on anything, right?
Right, that's what Daisy noticed.
What if I started cutting that?
Okay. Go ahead and make a fighting roll.
7.
Alright, that'll hit. That'll even raise, actually.
6, 11, 15, 16 points of damage to the yarn.
It snaps and something goes thump down from the ceiling.
Do I see what this something was?
You see something drop down from the ceiling.
I guess I'll use the rest of my turn to move over towards that.
You move over to it. You don't see what it is yet, but you move over to it. Hi, Macario.
What's up?
Give me a notice roll.
8.
All right. So you also hear this thump, 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 thump coming up behind you, and you turn around just in time to see this materialize right behind you.
Okay.
So now go ahead and roll me a fear roll at -9.
That ain't gonna do it. Alright, yeah, he gets picked up.
Well, no, you failed your roll, so you're going to freak out. Roll a d20.
4?
You're vulnerable until the end of your next turn. Alright, so now it's going to do its things. So, this thing envelops you in a sticky cocoon of web. And then what's your parry?
It would be a 7.
Yeah, it doesn't quite get you, so you fall to the ground. You're able to move a bit, but you're definitely entangled.
Is my mouth uncovered?
Yeah.
Okay, you all hear Macario screaming in surprise and horror.
And it's your turn.
Alright, I will try to break free of my entanglement. I got a 12.
Okay, yeah, you break free, and you can act.
Cool. So yeah, he scrambles to his feet. Is this thing like right in front of him still?
Yeah, it's still there.
Okay. He needs to know where Rachel went, so he's gonna use this opportunity, this rare opportunity being close to this thing, to cast empathy and try to understand what it did with her. It's gonna be great. And it's gonna work out great.
Right. Okay.
It is me. Plot twist.
Blow it up. Blow it up. So he got a 15 to his empathy spellcasting check.
All right.
He's +2 to intimidation, persuasion, performance, taunt, and he knows the surface level thoughts of this creature.
This thing is hungry. Its entire existence is dictated by its hunger. It exists to feed, and nothing satiates it.
And where's it going to stick me when it catches me?
You get an image. Well, it's not telepathy. Does it give you
Surface level thoughts. So like if it's thinking, I'm going to put this delicious clown in my upstairs attic where I keep all my other bodies, then I would see that.
I don't think its mind has that. It's just you get the sense that it plans to put you with the rest of its larder. Daisy, I think you definitely hear Macario crying out, and you turn and you see that.
That. Yep. Gloom spider.
It looks like an elk with a fanged jaw, and actually more like a moose, really. It's got the moose antlers, but it's on 8 spindly legs that end in barbed claws, and it's huge. It stands easily as big as a moose, and probably taller because it's on these legs, and this sticky saliva dribbles from its mouth, and it gives an elk call, one of those eerie, creepy as fuck, double-toned cries. And then it's your turn. So what did? Fear roll first.
Fear roll. So
-9.
-9. That is a success.
All right, you're fine. You hold yourself together.
All right. So yeah, I'm stealing myself. Aim the railgun at this monstrosity and fire off an overcharged bolt. Just
All right, do it.
hurt this thing. That is a 12 on the roll.
That's gonna hit with a raise.
All right. 4d6.
Watch all this build up, and then Daisy kills it in one go.
Probably not. 15 damage.
Well, that will wound it, so it's going to try and soak. Alright, it soaks it, but just barely. I think your bolt clips one of its antlers, and it bellows. And then we'll do a round of initiative, and we'll see what happens. Haru, you get the king of clubs. Daisy, you got the 5 of diamonds. Macario, you got the 6 spades. And the nightmare got the king of spades.
It's a nightmare. It's not even a horse.
Or on fire.
It's like a spider moose.
It's a Wendigo nightmare.
Spider moose. I
Spider
like it.
moose.
And
Spider moose.
it fades from view. Haru, what are you doing?
Well, I saw it attacking Macario, but I wasn't able to move to it. I did move over to whatever fell from the ceiling. I'm going to look to see what it was.
It looks like a human body encased in webbing.
I'm going to cut it open, hoping to find Sylvia or Rachel. Preferably Rachel, but that's personal.
You
reasons.
find neither. Give me just a straight spirit roll.
7.
Okay. The body in here is just desiccated and looks like it's been drained of all fluids.
Okay, well, keep cutting. One of these has to be a people who's still alive. Can't do much.
Yeah, you cut another thread and something else drops from the ceiling.
Okay.
It's a long ways up, too.
Oh, yeah. There's a problem.
It's gonna cushion my fall, assuming that's where I am. The yarn that I'm wrapped in.
Macario, you're up.
He's going to try to taunt this thing into attacking him.
Okay.
So I actually have Provoke on Macario now.
Okay.
So we're going to try to beat its smarts to have it focus on him and come closer to him again. So he'll be basically ripping a bunch of things out of his pack, handkerchiefs, trying to make a bunch of noise and colors and saying, "Come get me, stupid! I'm a good meal! Come here! Bacon is ready!"
This is opposed.
Yeah, it's an opposed smarts check.
I got a 6.
You know.
But isn't that a +1 for you?
Oh, it is. That's right. I got a 7.
All right.
Not bad.
So.
But no, I have to raise to do it.
Oh, okay.
That's the thing. So actually, I'm gonna
You're gonna use the legendary?
Oh yeah, easy decision. We gotta get Rachel back.
Okay.
So that's
Plus 5.
11 total.
Alright, yeah. It raises. It doesn't have an action just yet, but you get a feeling like, oh yeah, you still got that empathy power up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You definitely get that sense, that hungry sense of like, it wants to be eaten.
I think it is coming.
Daisy!
You are.
Oh, I get to go already. Well, do I see the thing?
No.
No.
Do you want to go on hold?
Yeah, I'm gonna go on hold. I'm like, come on, shoot! When's it gonna show itself? Kind of it.
Alright. So now I'm going to deal Rachel and Sylvia back in. You were kind of stunned. This thing grabbed you. You were basically kind of like your last thoughts, as it were. As you're in there, you're looking at the last second, you kind of heard this thump, 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 thump come up behind you, and then you just, your vision went black. You were constricted in something. You barely had time to even get a and then you were being hoisted up into the air.
Am I now falling through the air?
You were not falling.
Oh, okay.
You definitely feel like you're hanging, though.
Oh.
So, Haru, you get a Jack of Hearts. Rachel, you get the Ace of Hearts. Daisy, you're on hold. Macario, you get the 8 of Diamonds. Sylvia is going to get the 10 of Clubs. And the Wendigo Nightmare, oh god, is going to get the 8 of Hearts. Alright, Haru, you're up. Oh no, Rachel, you're up. You get the Ace.
So I'm wrapped, encased in darkness.
Yep.
Can't see anything.
You can give me an athletics roll or a strength roll at -2.
I'll do athletics. Yeah, I'm going to try to see if I can tear my way out of whatever I'm in.
Okay.
Is the athletics roll at -2?
No.
5 then.
5? Alright, you start to kind of, rip and wrench your way free, and you manage to get yourself most of the way free. You're still entangled, which is probably a good thing, because you get your vision, you pull the stuff out of your eyes, you grab your guns before they fall. You're hanging upside down from the roof of this place, and there's just bodies all over, and cocooned in this webbing hanging from the ceiling. Some of them are still squirming ever so slightly, and there's another one pretty right next to you that's pretty squirrely.
Oh, shit. She's gonna try not to fall.
Didn't describe this earlier, but I gave it the distracted condition.
Oh, okay.
There's no, beams up here or anything like that, right? Is it, ceiling beams that she could
Sure.
stand on?
You can try and climb onto. You're still entangled right now, so
Okay.
your legs are bound.
Yeah,
You're not going to be able to do it just yet.
getting her bearings.
Yeah.
And taking stock of the situation.
Haru, what are you doing? Something else just fell from the ceiling. You still haven't found Rachel. She hasn't called out yet, so you don't know that she's up there.
Well, Macario called out that it's coming, and to him. I can't find Rachel, and thinking about the height of that fall, I don't want her falling down in the same manner. It would kill her. I will go into defense of Macario.
Okay.
So
You're not going to go look at the other whatever fell down?
if it's going to be another desiccated corpse, I'm not sure.
Maybe
but-
you don't know that. Because you don't know that Rachel's still up there.
Yeah, I guess I'll go. I can go check that out.
Okay. You round some machinery and you see another cocooned body laying there, but it's twitching.
I will cut it open.
Give me another spirit roll. This time at -2.
3.
You can add your grit to this.
Oh, then 8.
Alright, you hold yourself together because you cut it open and the body, the person is clearly still alive, but you can see they're in the midst of transforming.
Sklick.
Alright. Yeah, you don't even have to roll for it, you just put them out of their misery.
It's like, oh, no, no.
Macario, this thing hasn't reappeared yet. You don't know if that's just because it hasn't had an opportunity because it got a lower initiative card, or if it's not responding just yet.
Macario's going to take out the cutlass and basically go into full defense and just prepare himself for it to come out. Because he has this feeling that it's going to be... He had that kind of mystical connection with it for just a split second, and he's like, this thing's coming for me for sure. I just feel it.
So that gives you +4 parry?
Plus... I think it's +2 if you went in defense. Is that right? Or I don't remember.
Go ahead and look it up, and then it is its turn. So that is going to be very relevant.
Is it seen yet?
Give me notice rolls.
Yeah, because that's what I'm waiting for, is to be able to see this
Yes,
thing.
that's true.
So for distracted, it's at a -2 to all trait rolls until the end of this turn.
Okay.
I got an 8 on notice.
Oh, I need a roll for it. Oh, yeah. You all, what'd you get?
Oh. 8.
You all see it reappear, creeping up behind Macario.
I would like to take a shot at it.
All right, go ahead and make a opposed agility roll to interrupt its action.
Got a 3.
All right, unfortunately, it's just a little too quick, so you'll be able to take a shot at it after it completes its action. Macario, I don't think it's going to get the drop on you, even though it manifested behind you, because you've got that link to it, so you're just kind of like, oh, it's behind me, and you spin around just as it tries to attack you. And it is at a -2 because it's distracted. So that sucked. It misses. It comes scuttling up, and it reaches down with its jaws and tries to bite at you, and you easily just roll out of the way.
Yeah, Macario hops on top of some equipment just to the side and didn't expect that.
Yeah. It's kind of like... Alright, Daisy, you can take your turn now.
Alright, and then from behind you, after you throw that, woo woo! Supercharged bolt. I got a 9 to hit.
Alright, that'll hit.
And raise.
Yeah, it will raise.
Alright. Big money, big prizes now. Okay, that's 8, 14, 17.
That's a wound that I'm going to try and soak. And I do soak it, just barely. So again, you just you barely clip it with your railgun. You're probably putting holes through some of the machinery in here.
Well, you know.
But there is an abomination that you're dealing with, so... I'm sure no one will understand, because hopefully they won't ever know. Why did you destroy all my machinery? Sylvia's going to try and get free of her cocoon. And she succeeds. So Rachel, you're dangling there, trying to get your bearings, and you see this other body that's swaying there, and it's twitching a lot more lively, and it starts to, the threads start to rip, and you see Sylvia kind of ripping herself free, but she's also still partially entangled like you are.
Okay, she's not about to fall.
No.
I'll call out to her regardless and be like, careful!
Yeah. I don't like this.
You still got your whip?
I do.
Can you reach it?
It's stuck right now. Haru, you got a 6 of clubs. Rachel, you got the 7 of spades. Daisy, you got the 5 of spades. Macario, you got the king of diamonds. Sylvia got the 4 of hearts. The nightmare got the 9 of clubs. So, Macario, you're up first.
Macario is going to seize this moment and come out with everything he has. He's got that cutlass ready, and he'll swipe at it with a wild attack.
All right.
First attack. That's a 13 to hit.
Ooh, that's going to raise.
Second attack. I'm going to spend a Benny. Okay. Roll that one. Second attack is an 11.
That will hit.
Plus 2, 13.
13, that will also raise.
They both cover 11, actually. First one is 11.
11? That will shake it.
Second one is
11 as well.
Alright, that one doesn't seem to have any further effect on it.
Okay.
But you definitely shook it as you launch into action. It's its turn. So it's going to try and unshake. As soon as I figure out what my spirit is. I got a decent spirit. But I rolled big shite. Spend a penny to unshake and act. Yeah, it fades from view. Kind of like backs up and disappears as it does so. Rachel, what are you doing?
Well, I'd like to finish getting out of this cocoon.
Okay.
But I don't want to fall.
Okay.
So are we, like, what's the layout?
Give me you'll have to get an athletics roll to
Oh,
try and get out. And then I think if you glitch it, you'll fall probably to your death.
Knowing my luck. Seven.
All right. You unentangle yourself, and you grab onto one of the beams up in the rafters. You're not really like in a good spot. You're just like hanging there, trying to figure out like, oh, where can I move to next?
So I was hanging from the beam then?
Your feet were bound in the webbing, and that was anchored to the beam.
The beam.
So
the beam is above me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now you're free. You're holding onto the beam with your hands.
Is it like a large enough beam that I could pull myself up and be on top of it?
On another turn, yeah.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I'll wait till my next turn to try to do that. I'm gonna call out to Sylvia and just be like, hold on, I'm coming towards you.
Okay. Haru?
Can I hear them up there?
Make me a notice roll at negative... I'm going to say -3, because you've got a lot of combat going on. The railgun's going off, and they're quite a ways up.
11.
Alright, yeah, you hear their voices.
Okay, well, I would look up, like a brief look up, and I'd see that Rachel's climbing herself out, and Sylvia's kind of
Dangling.
I'm like, okay, let's handle what's down here.
Is it still down here?
That's a good question. I do not know.
God damn it, I better not get out of this cocoon only to get wrapped in another one.
Daisy, you're up. Oh wait, no, what are you doing with your turn there, Haru?
I'm gonna...
You want to go on hold?
Yeah, I'm gonna go on hold, because, like, I can't fight what I can't see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the same with Daisy. It's the, like, you know, try to stay alert.
Gone.
Be alert, the word did more alerts.
It's a good thing you had a witch with powders to make this thing stay manifest.
Yeah.
Alright, and it's her turn. Alright, you, Rachel, you see her, reach up to where her feet are anchored. She, like, slips a knife out of her boot and cuts the binding. And for a moment, you're like, no, wait, no!
I mean, I'm not worried she's gonna fall. I've seen her fly. I'm just generally talking to her, just calling out to her like you would.
Because that's exactly what happens. Is instead of falling, she just, like, rights herself up. And she kind of moves over towards where you're at and just, like, holds out a hand. Need a lift?
Yeah, you can get me up on this beam.
Okay.
Or,
Or I could put you on the ground.
No, there's people up here. We gotta get them down. I am heroic. I'm not gonna leave them there to suffer.
Okay. Alright. You're on hold, Haru. Rachel. Oh, boy. 9 of diamonds. Daisy, you're on hold. Macario, you got the 9 of hearts. Sylvia, you got the ace of clubs. And the nightmare got the queen of clubs. So Sylvia, she's going to do a notice roll. She's floating next to you, and she helps you up onto the beam. But she's also looking around, like her focus probably isn't really on the people that are cocooned. Yeah, she's scanning around. She's got like one of her pouches ready. I don't see it. Do you see it?
Do I see it?
Roll notice.
10.
You don't see it, but you see some of like the threads that are attached to machinery behind Haru twitching.
Like in an unusual way? Oh, okay. I was gonna say it wouldn't be that unusual for a thread to just move.
It's not like air movement swaying. It's definitely like something is using it, is on it.
I'm gonna just kind of gesture down there behind Haru.
She will use her amazing athletics roll to toss some powder. Yeah, her throw goes wide.
Oh no.
Actually, especially since it won't hurt you. Like you're looking around, Haru, kind of looking where this thing is, and then something just catches you in the head, and you're just covered in powder, or this cloud of powder.
Can I yell down? Look out!
Yeah.
Watch where you're throwing. Wait, if you're throwing it that close to me.
You gotta turn around, stupid!
Is it time for notice rolls?
Yeah.
Alright.
Those of you are on hold.
Yep. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. 9.
13.
Alright, you both see it. So opposed agility rolls to
That's
see
the
who
one
goes
I'm not the
first.
best at. 5. I did not beat it.
6.
I got a 10. So you turn around just in time to see this thing manifest behind you, and then it throws a sheet of web at you. And I get the spell off, so you are entangled. Didn't get a raise, so you're just entangled. So I think you hold your sword up to try and swipe it aside, and you wind up like with your arm adhered to your chest, but you're not like completely cocoon incapacitated.
Okay.
And this thing looks frustrated. So you got, what did you get on your agility roll?
6.
And what did you get there, Daisy?
I got a 5.
Okay, so now it's your turn, Haru.
I can't attack it while I'm entangled.
You can make either a strength roll at -2 or an athletics roll, straight athletics roll.
Honestly, I'd be better off with the strength. 16.
All right, yeah, you rip your arm free. You've got strands of webbing hanging off you, but you're unentangled, so you can act.
Oh, sweet. I'm going to attack it. I'm going to Benny my attack roll. 4.
That's not going to hit it. You go to swing at it, and it like tosses its head and catches your blade with one of its antlers and knocks it aside.
Do I? Never mind. I didn't declare a multi-action because I was like, can I make an attack with my offhand in this time?
Yeah, you can. Since you have the edges
Yeah.
to be able to dual wield, you don't have to declare that.
Okay.
It's just when you're going to be taking penalties that you have to declare it.
Nope.
Okay. Now, Daisy.
Alright, I'm going to try something cooler this time.
All right.
One of the casting modifiers is Glow Shroud. So I'm doing that on an overcharge bolt.
All right.
And here we go. Woo-hoo! Oh yeah, that's a 12 on my D12. So that's a 18 to hit.
Yep, that's going to raise.
Alright. Ooh, that's very nice damage. It's 17. I get to reroll 2d6s. 25. 30 damage, and they're glowing. Woohoo! Or woo-woo!
Little chunks and bits that are left are glowing.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, we'll see.
Maybe
That was
he gets
30
to try
even?
this. 30 even.
This might be in cap if I fuck it up. My last Benny, too. Nope, that is not. Where's my D? There it is. Can't find my dice. I blew up the D6. That's 9 soaks, 2 wounds. So this thing yelps, kind of lets out a shriek, and you see like a spray of blood as your bolt rips through its side down its flank. And then describe the glow. What's the color?
It's a blue color because that's pretty much been my trapping color. So yeah, There's like a blue glow to this thing, and it's like illuminated. And hopefully we can see it now.
Well, you can see it right now.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll stay illuminated when it shifts. Rachel.
I want to call out to Sylvia. Toss me your whip.
You gonna throw me an idol?
It's about 100 years too early for that reference.
I don't know what movie you're talking about. Which lady? I need your whip.
Yeah, she'll toss her whip to you.
Can you go help the others?
I mean, that is what I'm trying to do.
Well, not to be insensitive, but your aim was a little off there. Maybe you need to get closer to hit the monster.
I don't see you helping.
I'm helping these folks up here.
Most of these folks look dead. The rest, frankly, aren't going anywhere anytime soon.
They're in trouble. Gotta make sure they're okay. I would like to move carefully along the beam.
Give me an athletics roll.
To like a nearest wiggling cocoon. It's for sure Benny that.
And Rachel falls to her death. Wasn't joking.
Uh-oh.
That's the same roll. I'm just gonna add a d6. 5. She's very cautiously moving along this beam to the nearest moving cocoon.
Yeah, you get to the nearest one, it's just kind of like twitching.
Is it below her or above her?
It's below you.
So I'm gonna take the whip, then wrap one end of it around and kind of let it hang down off the beam. And then using the whip kind of for leverage.
Right, you're gonna lower yourself down with the whip. All right, you do that.
And I don't know if I can try to open the cocoon this turn or not. But
Give me another athletics roll.
Nope, failed.
Okay, you're trying. It's kind of hard because you're doing it one-armed. That was that round. Haru, you got an 8 of clubs. Rachel, you get the ace of spades. Daisy, you got the 4 diamonds. Macario got the king of hearts. Sylvia got the 6 of diamonds. And the monster got the joker.
Oh, fuck.
I felt it coming.
So it's gonna go. It doesn't fade from view like before, but it definitely suddenly rushes over to you, Daisy, and it's gonna try and throw. It's gonna map. It's gonna try and throw a web at you, and then it's gonna try and move off with you if it succeeds. It's a 9 minus 2 is a 5. You are only entangled. Actually, wait. 9 minus 4 is a 5. You're only entangled. So yeah, it catches you some web, and you're not fully restrained, but you're definitely stuck. And then it's going to try and pick you up and move off of you. And it does not.
All right, yay!
Because 7 minus 4 is not your parry. So yeah, it's trying to pick you up and wrap you up more securely, and you're too wriggly. Rachel.
I'd like to see if I can open this cocoon.
All right, give me another athletics roll.
5.
You start getting it open, and the body is still twitching ever so slightly. But as you reveal the face, you can see that it's stretched out. It's still very human. It's very horrifying to see, but it's starting to stretch out into this beak, and its hair. This person's hair is starting to kind of grow feathery. It kind of croaks out this. You're not sure if it's a caw or a kill me.
I'd like to shoot it.
Okay.
I think maybe she slips a little bit down on the whip. She's so startled by this. And then kind of, pulls herself back up and pulls her gun and just shoots this thing in the face.
Body goes limp. Macario.
How close am I to Haru?
You can get up to him with a move action.
Okay. I'm going to try to get him ready to take this thing out because I tried. I gave my all. It didn't work. We're going to try to distract this thing again for Haru.
Okay.
Make it vulnerable. So Macario actually takes his cutlass and just cuts a little bit of his arm to kind of get the smell of blood in the air, trying to draw this thing down to him again. He says, come on, got some orange juice for you. So that's an 11 plus 2 from my empathy, which is about to wear off. 13.
And I'm resisting that with my smarts.
Oh, plus 1 from, so 14.
What am I resisting that with?
Smarts.
Smarts. Not my best stat, not my worst stat. Might be my worst stat, actually. It is my worst stat. So that's an 8. I got an 11.
So it's not a provoke, it's just a normal one, but I make it vulnerable.
Okay.
It's distracted by the smell of delicious
it's
blood.
like...
Tissue?
Yeah, snuffling the air, and it's definitely very interested. Haru, you're up.
Well, it's still visible, right?
Yes.
And it was on Daisy?
It's on Daisy.
I'm going to move and do a frenzy attack on it.
Okay.
8 and 8.
Those are both regular hits.
Did you add the plus 2 to him?
Oh, 10 and 10 then.
Still regular hits.
15 with one hit. And then 17 from another.
15 from the first hit is going to wound it, so I'm going to try and soak that. And it does. And then 17 is also going to wound it, and I'm out of bennies, so it's at 3 wounds now. So this thing is bleeding from multiple wounds. It looks like it's starting to slow down. Sylvia is not going to throw another powder bomb since it's still visible. She's going to try and actually be useful. And maybe steal the kill. That's a raise on it. I didn't spend any extra power points, so it's just going to be this. 9. Nope. So, Rachel, you're climbing. Well, you're dangling there from the whip. You see Sylvia floating in the air. She reaches into a pocket with her free hand and pulls out just like an odd jumble of things, like some needles, a pair of scissors, some thimbles, just a odd assortment of random crap. And she starts muttering, and she holds her palm open, and the objects start to kind of like float up out of her hand, and then they just like lance out of this thing, and it gets pelted with a bunch of junk. But unfortunately, it doesn't actually do any damage. You see like the scissors stick into its antlers, kind of like an arrow almost. Whose card is this? Daisy.
Well, I'm tied up though, right?
Yeah, athletics roll to get free.
Athletics. All right. While I'm trying to get free, I'm yelling like, "You misogynistic freak tying up ladies!" Botched it.
You botched it?
Yep.
You're so busy yelling at this thing for tying up ladies and web and eating people and stuff that I think you get more tangled up.
I forget to struggle.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I was supposed to do something with my arms.
I think you lose grip of your railgun. It drops to the ground, and you're still entangled, and that's what happens.
All right.
So now it's a new round. Haru, you got a 9 of hearts. Rachel, you got the 9 of spades. Hey, Daisy, you got something higher than a 4. You got the 10 of diamonds. Macario, do you have anything special? You got the 5 of hearts.
Macario has his heart.
Sylvia got the 6 of hearts. And the Nightmare got the 10 of clubs. Which means that, Daisy, you're up first. And this thing hasn't had an opportunity to phase out.
Well,
You are still entangled, though.
yeah. Well, I guess that's what I'm going to try to do is untangle and grab my gun. I got a 4.
Alright, you get yourself free, you drop to the ground, you grab your gun, but that's
That's it.
That's
All right,
it.
I'm okay with that.
All right.
That's better than being tangled.
You roll over and you like, I don't quite know how your gun works, but you like, I don't know, is it bolt action or something?
Probably.
Okay, yeah, you chamber a railroad spike.
Chew.
And then this thing fades from view, but it's got this obnoxious blue glow, and you still see like the blue glow emanating. You don't see like its outline or anything. You just see the glow on the ground, and you see it move up onto one of the machines and then start moving up some of the webs. And Rachel, you're up.
I'd like to go to another cocoon that I see moving.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe one that... Is there anyone that's like moving particularly more than another one? Or are they all about...
They're all about the same. None of them look particularly lively. You pull yourself up off
oh yeah, I should
onto
do that first,
the beam.
say. Yeah, moving cautiously further along the beam to the nearest one that's moving. Is it below or above?
Below. They're all below.
Oh, okay. Then I'll do the same thing with the whip.
Okay. I don't think you'll get a chance to try and get it open, but yeah, you secure the whip and you drop down.
I'm going to kind of call out and be like, hello, anyone in there? Can you hear me?
There's no verbal response. You don't know if that's because they're like gagged through the cocoon or something, or if they're incapable of responding because they're transforming into a horrible, awful monster. Haru.
I'm going to, because it's moving away and up the webs, flick a piece of the machinery using my bolt power. Like,
oh, cool.
Up towards
Do you
it.
just like swing your sword, hit one of the machines, and just send like a chunk of it ricocheting off?
Yeah.
Cool.
I got 9 total then.
Okay, that will raise.
Sweet. 7, 13, 18 points damage.
So you slash at a piece of machine, and you send a sliver of metal streaking up at this thing, and it strikes center mass of where you kind of see the glow at, and then this thing kind of remanifests, and it's got this shard sticking through its torso, and it gives this pained elk call, and then it just kind of falls over. It falls off the webbing, crashes down to one of the machines, crushes it, and kind of spasms, and then its spindly spider legs, curl up in on itself.
It is dead.
Where is Rachel?
I would like to open this cocoon.
Haru points to the rafters and is like, up there.
Yeah, you see Rachel hanging from a whip from a beam on the ceiling, trying to tear open a cocoon.
What are you doing?
There may be people in here.
You tear open the cocoon. It's the same. It's not transforming into the same form, but like the skin is peeling away, and so you're seeing bone and skull, and the skull is kind of jutting forward in kind of like an elk shape, and the eye sockets have gotten over big, and like the eyes are disgustingly loose in the sockets because they haven't gotten big enough, and you see like little Bambi antlers growing out of its skull.
Rage to the face. Just gonna blow away. I'm gonna pull myself up the whip again. How many of these things are wiggling up here?
There's quite a few, like at least 30 to 50.
We're gonna have to check every single one.
I'm gonna look at all this and see if there's an easier way to scientifically let them all down. Use some kind of pulley.
Macaro's gonna find a ladder. I feel like a ladder would help the
That's a more
situation.
scientific way.
Rachel's gonna kind of gesture at all these cocoons and, turn to Sylvia and be like, is there some sort of spell that you might have that could help us get these down?
I don't think you're gonna find any survivors.
Don't know that. And if there aren't any survivors, then we need to make sure that nothing here survives.
We need to get them down so we can
Either
give
way,
them proper rest.
these things gotta come down.
Give me a persuasion roll, because you see her start to reach into her pouch, or into a pocket, and pulling out like a jumble of knickknacks and crap.
7.
Okay. This is not a good use of time. But if you insist.
I do. We don't know. We lived in those cocoons. We're alive. Other people could be too.
For a minute.
I ain't giving up on them until I see they're beyond all hope.
Fine. It takes time, and it's well after dark by the time you finish, and you do not find a single survivor.
I execute then every single one. And probably, I don't carry like all of my bullet supplies on me, so I probably run out of bullets at some point.
Yeah, probably. You're down to like using a knife or something to right on through the chin. And I'm sure everyone else is assisting as well. Macario, you find a ladder, you find access up there.
I think at some point, if they're up there opening them up still, like Sylvia and her up on the beam still opening up, he'd be like, okay, this one's bad, and Haru just cuts a string and then let fall and crush the skull. Yeah. Slink.
Do we find any survivor?
No.
Rachel seems pretty disheartened at the end of all that.
Daisy, you are smart at these things. Were they poisoned? What would cause this to happen?
Well, I don't know. Looking at the bodies.
The ones that drop down there are still kind of intact. They've all got like fang marks in their neck.
Yeah. Well, more than likely. See these spider bites? Probably that, or just, got the blood sucked out of them. They're wrapped up in a cocoon just ain't good for anybody.
There are certain snakes down in Mexico that they make like venom stopper. You know what I mean? Maybe we could make a something to stop the venom if this happens again.
Hopefully we went to the dead corpse over there. Stop the venom with that.
Does it have fangs?
Oh yeah.
He's going to try to collect some.
Okay.
I'm guessing there's probably some sort of vial or something in this factory.
Probably not.
Really?
It's a yarn factory.
Okay, I'll ask our witch friend.
Okay, she definitely has a vial.
Yeah, I thought so.
Give me a survival roll to try and milk this thing.
All right, let's milk this elk.
Elk abomination thing.
Survival, huh? Ugh.
Oh, I can't help you on that one.
Oh!
And the 4.
So that was a 6 on the D6 and a 5 on the D4.
Alright, well, you get a small sample of venom.
Perfect.
You're not sure what you're going to do with it, but...
What color is this venom?
Ooh, what color is it? I think it's kind of like a watery, bloody color.
That makes sense. Gross.
So the webbing, is it web or is it yarn?
It's web.
Oh, okay. So also this factory is strewn with web everywhere.
Yeah.
Which maybe they'll find a way to make a cool yarn out of it.
Yeah, I'm not worried about.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Tensile strength of spider web of that size.
Wendigo silk.
Yeah.
So what are y'all doing? It's night. It's full on dark.
I think Haru would be taking advantage of his cat eyes, going out and building like a small platform-like thing to burn these bodies.
Yeah, I think you have to burn these
I will
bodies.
help Haru because I have repair skill.
All right, you're getting ready to you're getting materials to make a platform or a pyre to burn the bodies on. And Sylvia's just like, not to promote arson.
Well, not in the building. I'm doing it. I'm going to go outside.
Right? No, you're doing that, and Sylvia says not to promote arson, but do you really think we can clean this building up?
Maybe.
I think we owe the man who hired us an explanation. He should see it to know why we must do it.
We've left a whole bunch of buildings like this in our wake.
That's disturbing.
You'd be amazed at what's out there.
Well, if you want to handle the cleanup, I think I'm going to wash my hands of this mess.
Sylvia, can you sense if that was the only one?
I have no idea. I don't know if this thing was unique or if there's more like it. I don't know what caused these creatures to appear suddenly, that's beyond the realm of my magics.
You have no way of detecting if there's any more in the building?
She kind of closes her eyes and tries to concentrate. And then she opens her eyes and just shakes her head. I don't know.
Well, I guess this will have to do then.
Yes, I mean, I don't necessarily disagree about burning the building down. It'd be a good way to get rid of all of it at once, but then we would most certainly owe an explanation. And I do not know how to explain why we would burn the place down.
I think it's easily acceptable that there was a really bad spider infestation, and that's why no one wanted in here, because spiders are scary, right?
You know...
That explains the webs.
I think he should see it, the man who hired us.
And if he don't like spiders, he's going to want to burn this place down anyway.
Yep, Mr. Thornton hired us to take care of what was ever inside of the building. Figure out why his workers weren't coming back to work. We did that. Did not hire us to clean his factory. I say we leave it. Tell him it was a big spider infestation.
We got rid of the spiders.
We burn the bodies, including the body of the thing.
You do that, you make a big fire. It probably takes you the rest of the night to manage. At some point, a couple of the residents of the surrounding neighborhood come out to investigate, like, what the fuck's going on here. They probably see you carting out bodies. I imagine, like, the first thing you burned was the body of the abomination itself.
Yeah.
So that one's, burned and long gone, but people were watching you carting bodies out of the factory, and no one says anything. There's probably about a dozen people watching. They're real solemn about it.
Do I see the people that are coming out to watch us?
Yeah, you all see them. They're not trying to
Does
be sly
anybody
about
have words to say to people they cared about?
Kind of offering them a chance to mourn.
One person, the woman you talked to before, she just kind of gives this wide look and says, What happened?
Spiders.
Big ones.
I have never seen any spider that could take a person.
There was a lot of them.
Working together. It was most unusual.
I ain't going back to work in that factory. And she turns and walks away.
I don't really blame her.
A few people say a couple of things, just kind of mumbling to themselves, and then they turn and they walk away. They go back to their homes after a bit, and then the morning comes, and you've got a burnt out pyre in front of the factory.
Has Sylvia gone home?
No, she sticks with you for the body disposal. She's kind of grumbling the entire time.
I'm going to need a nap.
You are. And Lazarus is just like, this is great and all, but it's that time again. It's that time of day.
So I suggest we all find a place to rest, because Haru is suddenly like... Boom.
There's the marshal's office. Sylvia does not volunteer her hound.
I'd like to try asking the first woman we talked to. I feel like she might be somewhat more pliable.
Okay.
I don't know if we want to...
Who do you go with? Are you looking for lodgings for yourself or a place for Haru?
Yeah, I don't want to shack Haru up with some random...
Could you pardon our friend? He's dead tired.
He's dead. He's so dead.
I remind you do have access to the marshal's office.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
How
easy.
far away
Easy
is
solution.
that, though?
It's not far.
Oh, okay.
We'll go with the easy solution.
Yeah. You crash in the marshal's office and get some rest. At this point, Sylvia does return back home.
Okay. Before we part ways, I'll give her back her whip, or if she's already collected it.
Oh, yeah, she's probably already collected it.
But I'll hold out my hand and say I appreciate the help.
Yeah, I appreciate you keeping my secret quiet. I know you're the law, but I left my past behind, and what happened in my past happened way outside of your jurisdiction.
I ain't trying to arrest you. I'm just trying to thank you for your help.
Oh.
I'd like to buy you a drink sometime. Maybe You can tell me a little bit about what brought you out here.
If I were to do that, you'd have to get very cool with a lot of things very quickly. A drink sounds fine.
Maybe after we've had a chance to rest.
Yeah. Alright, well...
Yeah, she'll...
Yep, she shakes your hand.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, did she shake my hand or did she leave me?
She doesn't leave you hanging. And then, she goes back to her house. And you all catch some rest at the marshal's office.
I'm out for 5 hours.
Alright, yeah, you're probably not getting back up until it's time to catch the noon o'clock train. So, you get some rest. What are you doing with the rest of the time while Haru is dead?
Well, if he's only out for 5 hours, and most of us need 8 hours.
Probably just normal sleep.
Oh, that's true. You're also out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if we're all probably just recovering from all that. It's a lot of work to burn bodies.
You sleep the day through. It's night when you wake up finally. Haru, you've probably been up for a little bit. Then you actually get up before them.
Yeah, I'd probably sit by Rachel. Seeing that they're still, they're all still asleep. He's just kind of, he's going to keep an eye on everybody, but he's going to sit by Rachel.
So, murder?
No.
You always say that.
You always say murder.
Well, yeah, it's because we never get to do it.
My body, my rules.
And no, that's not how it works, and you know that. I think I want to go for a little walk.
One.
Really?
Yeah, I got 1 and a 5, and I have an egg 4 Dominion.
Oh boy. You go for a walk.
No, Lazarus goes for a walk. Haru is indisposed.
Yep. So the rest of you wake up, it's evening, Haru's nowhere in sight.
I mean, that's not completely unusual.
Yeah.
I wonder if Haru heard of an emergency or something. We should see if we can find him.
Yeah, he might have gone to get tickets during the day. Maybe he's at the saloon, the hotel. The Ashland Springs Hotel.
Yeah, you gonna go look for him?
Sure.
Give me notice rolls.
Nope. 7.
4.
4. Rachel and Daisy, you spot Haru kind of walking down the Ashland Main Street. He's got his katana out and kind of resting on his shoulder, and he's walking with a good bit of swagger, and even whistling some tune.
I'm gonna kind of share a look with Daisy.
Yeah, he don't look right, does he?
No, that is not how he normally is. Is his back turned towards us, or is he walking facing us?
He's walking towards you.
Well, let's go and greet him, huh?
Be ready, though.
And you walk up, and there's definitely bloodstains on his sword, and probably on his his arm, or splattered across his clothing.
Haru?
Yes, dear.
Whose blood is that?
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that, not a bit. That's that's my business.
Get inside now, Haru.
Get inside where?
Get him off
I'm
the street.
taking a perfectly legitimate stroll. Catching the evening air, if you will. I don't get to do that nearly often enough.
Whose blood is that?
I haven't a clue, given they was prowling around the edge of town with antlers growing out of their forehead.
I can't trust a single word that you say right now.
No, you can't.
Can I try to disarm him?
Okay, how?
I'm gonna say, oh, you mean like that thing behind you, and try to distract him and see if I can get him to kind of lose focus and then snatch the katana out of his hand.
Go ahead and roll. That sounds like a persuasion attempt. So go ahead and roll persuasion.
$14.
Oh, okay. So I think everyone is just like, oh shit. It's because you say this deadpan serious and like Lazarus / Haru like spins around. That katana like swings off his shoulder and comes to like a he doesn't hold it like a katana should. He holds it like a cavalry saber. He brings it to like a ready position. He's like, where?
Yeah, and I like to just try to snatch it out of his hand.
Okay, sure. Yeah, he's distracted enough. He's like, where is it? Where is it? And you take it right up and like, what? Hey. Oh.
Inside, I'm going to say, and just gesture back towards the marshal's office.
I reckon I don't really need to follow your direction. What are you going to do? Shoot me?
I like to use intimidation to be like, get in the marshal's office.
I reckon not. I know you won't do anything permanent to Haru.
Yeah, but what about me?
I had not reckoned with that.
Get in the office.
Fine, give me a blade back.
No. Get in the office.
Fine. Go out, do a fucking good deed, and no one trusts me, and I don't even get to have a nice evening walk. Bunch of fucking spoil sports. He mutters as he walks back into the office.
I'm not sure what to do now, though, that we got him in the office. Let's see. She's gonna kind of look over at you two, like, what do we do? Without actually saying that out loud in front of...
Haru, tie him up till we get Haru back.
No, I'm standing right here.
Macario, tie him up until we get Haru back.
That's really not necessary. Although, wait. Alright.
Before you go, Lazarus, because I imagine you will go soon with that kind of attitude.
Maybe. Depends on how I feel.
Why? What is in this for you? Are you really enjoying all of this?
Absolutely. It's torturing. Well, I haven't even started torturing.
You know what I mean. I saw a side of you that was not like this. Where did it go?
I don't rightly know what you're talking about.
You don't, do you?
No, that's what I just said. I do this because I like killing. Because I like getting back at a world that wronged me.
And is your name really Lazarus?
Yeah?
Okay. I will tie you up, as you wish. He wraps the rope around him and ties a big knot.
And then, Haru, you come back, you're tied up, there's blood on your clothing. I think Rachel's holding your katana and there's blood on it.
Oh god, did I kill someone?
I don't actually know, Haru. Lazarus said it was a monster, but can't take his word for it. Can you remember anything?
I know nothing. I never remember anything.
I do not think he does either.
No, I'm right here.
What did you do?
I took a walk, enjoy the evening air, came upon a man that wasn't a man no more.
You could just as easily been lying.
True.
You talk of murder constantly.
True.
Cannot trust myself.
You are not in control anymore, Haru.
Then I know what I must do.
That'll be my surprise until we get back to back to Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel's just kind of watching all this play out, and she just looks not stressed, but anxious is a good word. She looks anxious. And she's like, what's he saying to you?
It's never going to stop.
I mean, you knew that. This is forever.
That's the simple way to put it.
Don't give up, Haru. We're gonna find a way.
There is a way. Everybody else is just too afraid to use it.
Well, that's not going to get you untied anytime soon.
It's just like, we're just going to leave you tied up for a little bit longer.
I will say every prayer I have in me for you, Haru. That is all I can do. We must find a way to help you soon, and we will not untie you until we do.
It's going to look a little weird if I'm tied up and we're going back to Medford via train.
Not if we show them your sword with the blood on it. Then we can say that we are taking you in for a crime you may have committed. We will lock you up. You will not be able to hurt anyone, and we will look for a cure.
I do not like this. I do not disagree with it. It is a stain on my honor.
What if, instead of leaving him tied up for everyone to see, Rachel will reach to her belt and pull out her handcuffs? We could drape a blanket over your wrists, no one would see, or a coat.
Or if you swear on your honor as a samurai not to kill yourself or do anything else stupid, then...
Lazarus wouldn't let me kill myself.
Nope.
As much as I think it is the best option, I can do nothing.
I'm worried about your control, Haru. It seems Lazarus is taking control more and more often.
He is strong-willed. I never anticipated meeting something as strong-willed as him.
I wonder if Sylvia might know some sort of spell, maybe, that could help you.
It's a possibility, but her magic comes from a dark place as well. I fear that there would be only inviting more darkness. I thank her for her help fighting that creature, but when it comes to monsters as Lazarus, I do not trust her magic.
My endeavors into weird science to help this problem has allowed me to heal people who are alive, but yeah, it still does nothing.
I appreciate the effort, but I'll use this as a lesson. Way to grow in my own way, for now. If you still feel the need, might I offer handcuffing my right hand to the deputy's left? We can keep the handcuff hidden under my coat sleeve.
I see no reason to handcuff you. You won't try anything.
I trust you, Haru.
Rachel's gonna, look into Haru's eyes. And you can just see that hers are, brimming with tears. And she's gonna say, "It's not you, I don't trust Haru." And she's gonna reach her hand out, her left hand, and slap the cuff over your wrist and hers.
It is wise. Just in case he takes control again.
I think we'll fast forward, unless there's something else y'all want to do in Ashland.
I mean, I kind of wanted to see Sylvia again, but it looks like the story isn't heading that direction.
Okay.
So
you can always come back later.
Yeah, come back.
Got another 50 years so we can take it.
Right.
You make it back to Medford, and then to Jacksonville. You probably spend another night in the marshal's office, because it was evening by the time you all woke up.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And the train wasn't running. So you catch the morning train to Medford, and then you get back to Jacksonville. You walk into the office handcuffed.
Yeah, I was going to say Rachel was left handcuffed to Haru, so he kind of,
walked away again. And Ross immediately picks up on this, okay, barn or stables? Explain.
Yeah. Rachel will turn to Haru, since she's not going to speak for you.
Lazarus took control again in Ashland after we completed what we were doing there. There was blood on my sword and on my clothes. I do not know what he did. I do not trust him to not take control of me. I feel it is in everyone's best interest that if I am not alone. If I have to rest, lock me in a cell.
All right.
How do you help keep control? Ross, can you give Haru some pointers?
I might be able to do something. Y'all wait here. Keep an eye on Haru. I'll be back. And he turns, he starts to walk out, and his hand kind of lightly brushes his gun, but he doesn't draw it.
That's worrisome.
I think Haru would go into it just a kneeling, like, if you sit with
Yeah,
him.
I would say, if we're in the stables now, she's probably uncuffed you.
Yeah, he just goes into a kneeling posture and is, like, kind of meditative, almost.
Rachel's, like, kind of brushing away a tear.
Ross is gone for a few minutes, and when he returns, he's carrying a stick, or a staff. It's about 5 feet long. It ends in a end that's, the point of it comes to a spiked end. Looks like it's stained with blood, old blood. You can't really recognize what kind of wood it's carved from, and the head of it is knobby. It looks like it may have once been carved in the likeness of some animal, but it's since been hewn and chiseled away and basically defaced.
What is that?
An old relic of my people.
You think it'll help Haru?
It helps me. This is but a temporary fix. Everyone else, if you would back up, please.
You're not gonna kill him, right?
That would be a permanent fix.
She'll back up. Do you, like, even notice that he's doing this, or are you still in, like, a meditative state?
I think he just in a meditative state. He's got his eyes open. He sees what's going on around him. He's just kind of quiet and focusing on not letting Lazarus take over.
Lazarus has gone quiet in the presence of this staff.
Is he still like?
He's still there, but he's not saying anything. He's kind of eyeing it like, what the fuck is this? And Kane Rose comes stepping forward, kind of plants the staff in front of you, and then he lets go, and he takes a couple steps back. He takes 3 steps back, and the staff remains upright. The rest of you don't hear anything. You just see Kane looking at Haru. But Haru, you hear a voice in your head, and it's not Lazarus's. It's not Kane's. It's a familiar voice.
First thoughts are like, oh great, another voice.
And it's multitonal. You can't really catch a gender from it. It's not a man's voice. It's not a woman's voice. It's both at once and neither. It's an adult's voice. It's a child's voice. It's neither. It's both at once.
Ominous voice.
Yeah. And it just says, take this staff from my hand. And then you hear Lazarus go, don't do it.
I reach out.
No. No.
And grab the staff.
And Lazarus disappears. You feel racking pain in your chest. And you take a breath. And you all hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rachel spins around. She wasn't looking at the staff. Haru?
Yes.
Does he look dead
He looks
still?
alive. Mechanically, you're still harrowed.
Yeah.
But the staff allows you to pass as a living person.
Just take this and put it on my back and call it a day.
It's like, no. wasn't sure it would work on you, but apparently it did.
Are you alright?
I feel fine. For now, we will have to see.
Sheriff, what is the catch? There is always a catch, these things.
There's no catch with this.
There's no catch.
There's a lot of powers at work in this world, but there are greater things. This is the staff of Moses, the staff of Solomon. It is a relic of my people.
I appreciate all that you do, Russ. You are a good man.
I try. I keep the staff here. This is what has been keeping these creatures out of town. It's it's got a lot more utility than I thought it would.
I think he might, in like a moment of just reprieval, like rest and stuff, lean his head onto Rachel, who, because she was sitting close to him, and just kind of like,
I miss peace of mind, and he has brought it back to me for now.
Rachel's gonna take her fingers, if you're resting your head on her shoulder, and kind of like run her fingers through, like over your head, gently, probably, like affectionately.
And the illusion of life only goes so far. He's still cold to the touch.
Like a tear, probably trickles down her cheek.
And then Cane Rose takes the staff back. I'm gonna go put this back now. You all take the time you need. And he walks out.
Haru's going to spend a lot of time cleaning and sharpening his swords because he feels that Lazarus has done something. There's no way to know what Lazarus did.
Right.
But because he feels that whatever it was, even if it was killing a beast, it was not for good or a righteous reason. It was for his own sick pleasure. He needs to wipe the stain from it, so he's going to be spending just a lot of time cleaning and like...
Yeah, I think it's been a long day for all of you.
Macario kind of, he doesn't leave. He acts like he's going to a little bit. He kind of opens his mouth and looks at you, just doesn't say anything. Like he's trying to consider whether it's a good idea or not.
Well, when since you're watching Haru, you see him like pull this little box out from his bag, pop it open, and it's very ritualistic. He's very like kneeling and lifting his sword up and wiping the blade and rubbing it down with oil.
Finally, he looks you in the eyes and he says, "Haru?"
Yes, Macario.
The sheriff is wrong. There is a catch. There is always a catch. It is not the catch of demons or devils. It is not meant to torture you, but it is a catch. Of course, it is a catch you have always had. Duty. And with that, he leaves.
I think you go through your days, and then it comes to evening. You go to bed. You're hungry. You're cold. And Macario, you find your sleep difficult. It eludes you. What do you do?
Oh, well, he finds himself, his hand just keeps going to his chest, and he doesn't remember exactly why. And then he feels the flower in his hands. Duty.
And you fall asleep kind of holding that flower and reflecting on that catch. And then you wake up on a dark, dusty plain. No stars shine in the sky, no moon. You see dead grass waving in an unfelt wind.
Yeah, he looks over every direction, kind of spins around, getting a full scope of the whole area.
You see plateaus in the distance, rocky outcroppings, and somewhere you see a bright beacon like that of a lighthouse, but it's far away. And then you see the light emanating from behind you, casting your shadow out across this dark, lightless place. There's some sort of light growing behind you.
He turns around to face it.
You turn to face it, and you see its massive wings cast out, this great fiery bird, like some sort of raptor or eagle. Comes down and it lands before you, and it's just wreathed in flames. And it's huge. It's it towers over you. And it folds its wings to its side, and it kind of cocks its head at you.
And where are we going, big bird?
So you say that, and you blink, and in that split second, the bird is gone, and in his place is Loha, and she kind of smiles. Macario.
Loha?
I'm sorry, I was cut off.
By what?
The spirits of famine. They were let loose into the valley, and they were too strong. I could not make myself known.
What changed?
The great mountain spirits, Mazama and Malexiniyaina, were slain. In ancient days, their great spirits swore a promise to protect this valley from the hunger spirits. Once, a very, very long time ago, the spirit world and your world were one and the same. And spirits walked upon the earth and knew both the people and animals, and all was good. And then the hunger spirits came, and they did great harm upon the land. And at first, the mountain spirits slumbered and took no notice. And two spirits stood against them, against the hunger. One of sky and one of the world below. It was a losing battle. The spirits of hunger were many and very strong. And the people joined in the battle, though they suffered greatly. And in the moment of greatest need, Mazama and the other one awoke and made a solemn vow they would protect the valley. And it's been that way. The spirit of the world below was badly injured by the spirits of hunger, and he bound his spirit to the mortal world and exists now there. But the spirit of sky remained with the spirits, ever watchful from the other side.
Those spirits that we destroyed, who were they?
The Pretender sent you and your friends to slay Mazama and the other one, the spirit of Mount McLaughlin. He deceived you and allowed the hunger spirits to return.
So there will need to be a new spirit. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. The spirit of the world below cannot return. He is of your world now. And I must remain here in the hunting grounds. This was not how I wanted this. I called you here because I knew of the threat that was coming. But now we must take extreme actions to protect our people, to protect the valley.
I had nothing. And you gave me something. So if you take it all away again, you will have done me no harm.
Macario, I did not want this. But in times of great need, sometimes we must sacrifice everything we love.
Well, another thing. I will not sacrifice everything I love, because what I love will live on. What must be done? I'm ready. What must be done? Tell me.
The pretender, the spirit that he concealed himself, has taken residence at Mazama, at Giwas. He must be rooted out so that his taint no longer corrupts that sacred place. And then you will know what to do. Gather your friends, you will need them. Tell them to meet Skell at Table Rock. Thank you, listeners, for joining us for this latest episode of Valley of Famine. Deadlands Reloaded and Savage Worlds are the property of Pinnacle Entertainment Group. Sound effects are provided by Plate Mail Games, music by the Eaglestone Collective, and elk calls are courtesy of the Yellowstone National Park Services. You can find links to all of these in the show notes. Once again, thank you. I hope you all have a wonderful, whatever time of day it is you're listening to this, and we'll catch you next time.